back again. And this time I wanted to talk about something that I noticed while I was out and about running some errands. And it was pretty interesting. I had been on a pretty brisk walk, so I was in a hurry to get to catch a bus, and I was walking pretty fast, so I almost didn't even really notice it at first, but then I couldn't stop thinking about it, and it was just one of the most beautiful things I think I've ever seen in a really long time. And it reminded me of so many, I don't know, like when you watch a really, really moving movie. You watch a movie and it just touches your soul, and you're like, you can't help but feel so totally enthralled and moved. But I had been passing by a homeless woman, and so she had been just kind of sitting there and kind of off to the side of the road. But with her was a gentleman, and he was making the most, and I don't quite know how to explain the gesture. He was making the most interesting but gracious but generous but amazing gesture of kindness that it was indescribable. And it just brought to mind, when I thought, oh wow, that's like Jesus. So I thought maybe this is Jesus, and that he's just helping this poor woman in her time of difficulty. And it was so moving, and it was but at the same time I couldn't cry about it because it was just so wonderful, so just genuinely sincere and good and just awesome. And I can't help but smile about it. It's just so nice, and just it makes me happy. Just so awesome and nice. And she was sitting down kind of on a guardrail, like where the cars are not supposed to drive because this is the end of the road, or the side of the road thing. And so she was sitting on that, and I'm just going to call him Jesus because it just felt like that was probably Jesus doing that. And he was making a demonstration of some kind, and it just looked so phenomenally friendly and generous and nice and sincerely helpful. He was lying down on his back, and he was kind of asking her questions. I could not hear at all what they were saying, but I could kind of sense that they were communicating about something, and I knew that his mouth was moving, so he was definitely talking to her. I just didn't know, I couldn't tell at all what they were talking about. But it was wonderful, the scene. And I was still, I had this sense that I needed to get to where I was going, and I wanted to stop, but I couldn't. It was really frustrating in that way. But the scene was just, it was enthralling. I wanted to stay. And it looked like fun even. I wanted to stay and have fun, but, life, I don't know. But, he was kind of asking her opinion about something. And I don't know what it was. I just know, I remember feeling like I want to be included. That looks so amazing and wonderful. I want to know, I want to do that, And it was just so nice, just so wonderful and nice. He's just so awesome. So yeah, if you ever have any doubts or curiosity of any kind, do yourself a favor and swallow your pride and get through your fears and think about how much somebody you know that actually loves you cares. And then pretend like you can imagine what it must be like for God to love you. It's impossible. It is impossible, but it's real. Peace be with you.